Good day, everyone. Kevin Baylor, CTO and Managing Partner of Alliance IT. Hope everyone's doing well, enjoying the week, and we're going to talk about the last little piece here of our business continuity planning, and that's the recovery plan. Getting back to normal, new normal, next normal, just plain normal. Let's make sure that is in our business continuity plan and disaster plan. The recovery plan is probably one of the most forgotten about parts of a business continuity plan. We say, all right, we've got a hurricane coming, this is what we're going to do during the hurricane, this is how we're going to operate. But when it's done, how do we recover? What are those steps to get back to the office, to the manufacturing plant, to get vendors back in line, to get that supply chain re-engaged? What does that recovery plan look like? Don't kind of fall into that, let's call it pre-pandemic presumption that everything's going to return to normal quickly. We've seen it in the past with major storms that will hit one coast and then continue up and affect other segments. So if those other segments then are now affected, they're going to be going into a disaster plan while we are in our recovery plan. Sometimes you may need to look at implementing redundancy, whether it's in your vendors or in your supply chain, into your recovery plan. So let's not get too complacent and just assume that we're out of something and nobody else is being affected either. That's probably one of the biggest things that we see when clients are putting together a recovery plan is it's that short-sightedness. It's only focused on me, us, not necessarily thinking about what is going on in the region or the world around us that may affect our recovery plan as well. You want to ensure that all of your team leaders, your organizational leaders, are fully invested in this process as well. We're only as strong as our weakest link, and if you've got a division lead or somebody that may not be fully engaged in this, that's going to affect the business recovery plan overall. You're going to be moving along great, and you're going to find this chink in the chain, and it's going to cause slowdowns in your recovery plan. So make sure each individual division of the organization has gone through and understood what their roles are and what they're going to need from each other as well. Recovery plan is a team effort. That's the only way it will succeed, and the business will be successful. As I mentioned, that intentional redundancy, maybe that comes into play internally as well. If you have key employees that happen to be out of region during this recovery plan and can't participate, who else in your organization is going to take on those roles? So that redundancy doesn't always apply to just your suppliers or your supply chain or your vendors, but look internally as well. How do we back each other up? And are we aware of what our duties are if we are that secondary contact for certain task or division in the organization? And continue to review your plan. As you go through, and we've talked about documentation is important, and process improvement, and communication as part of the business continuity plan. Make sure all those pieces are there for the recovery plan as well. Keep that recovery plan updated. As things change in your organization, make sure you go back and update that recovery plan. Processes that are continually utilized, they're always going to be at that state of readiness, but processes such as maybe remote workforce that aren't always utilized, those aren't always going to be at that state of readiness. So make sure those things get updated. Plan. Keep things documented, up to date. There's a lot of tools out there that can help a business do that, not only from the IT side, but from the entire organizational side as well. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll catch you later.